Alright, it is time for day 7 of the Azurelands Gaige. Now, we have one big DLC left, which is Fight for Sanctuary, and then after that, honestly, we're just going to farm for XP, I think. I don't know if we'll be able to kill Hatterax, because I am really trash at Hatterax's fight, but we might go ahead and give it a go. I don't know if we can just He-Hoo Funny Hyper Beam him, but if we can, that would be cool. And then, yeah, besides that, just farm XP, maybe get a couple items, and then next time will probably be some peak prep, and then Digi peak. So yeah, let's get started. Right, so first test. Didn't do an insane amount of damage to the ship. Kinda surprised, but it is also level 72, and this is level 58, and we're level 63. So yeah, there's a little bit of a gap there. I think a lot of this DLC we will be using the Melt-A-Gun, because it just was really strong in the last DLC, and it's actually at level, unlike the Hyper Beam. So yeah, I think it'll get a lot more attention this run. Oh, hey. I don't know how much we'll really get to use this, but we have an infection cleaner, which has a max size of 121 for some reason, and also should get buffed pretty heavily by our stuff, because we do get 90% more elemental impact damage here if our health is low, we get 100% on kill, so like this should be really strong if we do get to use it. Oh, but it throws so slow with this. Okay. So that's kind of like the give and take there. Rick, it's time to go forward now. You okay, buddy? We need to talk about it? Kind of just staring at a wall here, dude. Oof. Okay, I think he's over it. I guess now we can test out the Venom a little bit. It does have that super strong corrode dot on it. Oh. Okay, yeah, it does in fact have a very strong corrode dot. Cool, sure. Okay, so this is one of the main reasons we want to be in this DLC right here, is the fact that Uranus can drop the electric chair. So if we can just kind of tick him out really fast with this pistol, hopefully, which it seems to be doing pretty good work, we should be able to get one, hopefully. Okay, cool, there we go. So hopefully we got one. We don't really know yet, but I might farm this out. This would totally be worth doing. Oh hey, a Flame of the Firehawk. Cool. Yeah, so if we ever use a lot of fire weapons, we can go ahead and use this. I had a Krieg that we played last, and he would have really benefited from one of these, but the only one we got was inflammable, and it is just very depressing because we just genuinely couldn't use it with our fire build. But we have it if we want it. Okay, yeah, so we'll sit here for a little while, try to get a electric chair, but if we don't, that's completely okay. We'll probably just move on, no problem for right now. Oh, okay. Cool, we got one. Alright, so this is literally a direct upgrade from our Stormfront here. Also, real quick, just to show it off, we got an RNEP. This is basically just a bandit launcher, except for its Torg and it's corrosive. That seems to mainly be the special effect of this launcher. The damage will be high, which is cool, but that's mainly it. But, yeah, the electric chair here. So, it does its normal thing. It does that. It does a really high damage burst. And then it spawns even more Teslas for even more sound. So, we're not going to have eardrums, and it's going to be great. At least it'll be a more damage, I guess. Ow. Note to self, you can grenade jump with this. Don't, but you could. Alright, so, for Cassius. Hopefully... Yeah, I mean, this will work, but we could also try hitting him with the electric chair a little bit. He won't care, because he is just a big, beefy flesh health bar. But it's a nice help. Okay, cool. There we go. Yeah, that was super easy. We got a Morita, so that's pretty cool. It has a double Anarchy kit on it, so it is a ×2. Got the quest item. Got a Chilled Helper. This is a melee shield, which provides lifesteal. So, once again, this will be great for us, but also mainly for Death Trap. So this is super duper nutty. And also, it does provide team melee damage for whoever is holding it. So we should get more melee and he should get more melee. And then with Claw's synergy, because healing, so that's good. We also have Strife here, which is a higher damage roid shield, but it is also nothing else, I guess. I thought it used to be the Transformer as well, but I guess it's just a melee shield now? So that's cool. Sure. Alright, yeah. Cool. We now have access to the Toxin Bug if we do want ×2 damage if we ever needed it for anything, which I'd prefer not to. But it is available if we do really genuinely need it. Alright, this visual pollution brought to you by the color blue. Alright, so, Hector, we're just gonna put a bunch of these in him and prepare for a very loud noise. Yeah, this is actually working really well. I think he's dead. I think we finally killed him. That was very loud, and also entirely grenade-based damage, so that feels really good that we could actually do that to him. I definitely think running into Digi Peak and stuff like that, Electric Chair, is gonna feel great. especially if we do get a higher level Catalyst Calm with a higher shock damage percent value on it. That probably is going to be it, realistically. Alright, cool. So that is Lilith DLC done. We got all of our farms unlocked that we really wanted. If we need to do a headhunter for anything else, we can go ahead and do that at level 80 whenever we get there. But from here, it is just going to be XP farming for pretty much the rest of the day, and it should go by fast based on how things are going. Alright, so just a quick note while I am here farming. I did just start picking up this skill right here, which is Battle Ready Armor. It gives us a flat 15% resistance, and then it also gives us more resistance per stack of delinquency, and if we roll hard enough, we have been able to get 200 plus stacks, so it won't perfectly be 100% damage reduction, but it should feel pretty nice and make us at least a little bit more tanky. So hopefully that'll feel nice in Digi Peak at least. Alright, cool. There we go. So, level 80. Now, for the build, I probably will tweak it a little bit. Maybe not by much, but just a little bit. And a thing I want to note is I never actually read this skill properly, I don't think, because we now get 2 stacks of delinquency instead of 1 for every action that we do. So we were getting like 200 stacks, maybe we could get 400 stacks, which would mean we could get even more resistance, and we could get even more damage, and then we could get even more damage over here too. So yeah, we've got a couple more funnies that we can do now because of this. We might get even more damage with Make It Sparkle as well. And then I did just respec into this skill right here because there aren't really many barrels or anything like that in Digi Peak, so I think it should be safe to use there. And then, yeah, the rest of the stuff is pretty normal. Honestly, I don't know if I would change anything. I think this is pretty well okay. I did put points into Supercharged Systems to give us some amp damage and extra recharge delay, stuff like that, but it could go up here to Death Trap speed and damage, but he hasn't really been doing a whole lot besides putting out shock. So yeah, honestly, this probably is just our build. It's just stacking tons of shock and elemental type damage. We're gonna throw hyper beams and electric chairs and maybe a new melt-a-gun and stuff like that at them and just kind of see what that feels like. So I might sit here and farm for items a little bit longer just to get some stuff. Alright, we got a new version of the shield we already had, so that's pretty cool for us. We've got the tombstone here, which is a flat-off pistol. It seems to pretty much be the Stalker, just with the Jacob's barrel. Either way, kind of neat. I do like that. And then we did get another thing. We got a Leecher, which has a 20-second long fuse time. And it seems to do really high damage. So I'll have to test that next run, because it does look weird. Alright, so drop in, immediately start throwing these and see if we notice. It's dealing corrosive already just by contact. Okay, that seems decent. I don't know, that's just kind of odd. I think for sure we definitely still will prefer the electric chair over that, but it's interesting. Oh, we've got a hybrid again. Okay, so it is a wildcat that is merged with a gemstone. This seems to just have an inconsistent fire rate and a pretty good burn dot. Not too sure what else it is besides that. Wait a minute. Are you telling me that the Heart of the Ancients with the SMG damage and the like fight for your life duration was also a movement speed relic? I really wish I would have known this earlier. Also, that means we could get one that is potentially rocket damage. And that could be pretty fun for moving around and shooting people in late game. So that could be cool. Alright, we've got the Talona. So, what do? You're just a high corrosive? Very slow fire rate. I think that's because of the double anarchy kit on it. But yeah, that seems to... Yeah, it's just like the corrosive equivalent of this. Okay, sure. And there it is. It deals so much more damage, and that fuse time is shorter too. So that feels pretty good. I think we still have more time, so I could try to get a new Hyper Beam first, and then maybe look at some of the rest of our equipment. Alright, cool. We got a new Hyper Beam. Now, unfortunately, the parts on it are not great. We could have the damage tip cover and we could have the redemption sleeve on it for a bunch more damage, or we could have 2 redemption sleeves for way more than that. But it is level 80 and it will probably serve us pretty well. But yeah, just as a comparison, this is only a little bit better than the level 76 one, and the level 76 one has a tip cover and a redemption sleeve on it. So if we could have found one with more damage, that would be nice, but it's only level 80 entering Digi Peak, so it should be fine. Alright, so yep, we got our Hyper Beam, we've got a good shield from Uranus, we've got a level 65 Catalyst, which the damage only went up by 1% compared to the level 54 version. So I don't know if that'll really scale any higher or any better, so that's fine. And then we do have this railer here. I think next time before we do Digi Peak, I definitely want a new coup de grace, so we will go farm Goldie. We'll probably get 1 or 2 other things just to be safe, like a Storm Bolter and just a couple other generic items. And then we'll probably push Peak. So yeah, that'll do it for today. Day 7.